Alright, hey there guys, so welcome back to another video. Haven't uploaded in a while, but today I'm going to be going over my new tank and all the fish that are in it and everything that I have going on right now. Got a lot of complaints in my last video about types of fish not working with other types of fish and them needing different pH levels and that kind of stuff, so I wanted to show you guys what I've got going on now, and also what this video is really about is the review of API XP3 or XP large version, the newest version that they have out right now for the XP. So I wanted to go over that. I noticed that there were very many reviews on YouTube about it, and if there were, they weren't very good quality, so I wanted to kind of go over what it's like to have one, because I've been running it on this for a couple days, not that long, but I just wanted to show you guys a little in-depth about it and some complaints people have about it and whatnot. So yeah, let's get right into that. So I'll just pull up the canister filter here. Here it is. This is the outer box of it. As you can see, I've used it before. I've had it on here for like a day and a half now. It's working well for me. I'm going to go over complaints other people have, why it doesn't work for them. So let's put this down for a second and I'll explain one of the problems people have with it. One of the issues I noticed a lot on the Amazon reviews is that there were a lot of leaks from the cable, and so far I haven't experienced that, but I do see a problem with it. I was playing around with the cable, which might not be good either, but it seemed very loose, and I'll show you later, but once you run the canister filter, the water doesn't actually go up that high until it's all clogged. So I'll show you guys that later on in the video. But another complaint people had was that theirs came cracked or anything, but that's not really the manufacturer's problem. Well, actually that's not true, it kind of is. The quality of this is It's a $200 canister filter, but the quality is iffy. It's a good price in my opinion, but yeah, you want to be kind of careful with it. So in shipping, it could come cracked or whatnot. But mine, thankfully, is all right. Ooh. So I'm just gonna get straight into the setup I have of it now, and then show you guys once I set it up what's going on. So here it is. Again, the outer box of it. I think it's 9 inches wide, 11 inches tall. Or 19 inches tall. I'm not quite sure. You guys can check that out somewhere else. I don't have all the facts here, but yeah, so this is pretty basic. The outer shell of the whole thing. And now we'll go to the bottom tray. This is the bottom tray I have running here. So here it is. Ooh, just dripping water all over the floor. Let me just, put this bucket in front. So here it is, the bottom layer. As you can see, there's a coarse foam on top, right there. I don't know if you guys can see that. Yeah, you can see that now. This is the more fine, but still a little bit coarse foam. This is the second one that the water runs through. So here it is. I'll put that down for a second, and then here's the first one it runs through, the even more coarse foam, right there. You can see that nicely. So yeah, no issues with that yet, obviously. The foam shouldn't be an issue yet. I mean, after like maybe 6 months, 5-6 months, you should need to replace them, but other than that, it's all good right now. And I might give you guys an update after a few months of this filter, running this filter. But for today, I'm just gonna show you what it's all about. And if you're interested in buying it, you can do that. So I'll just, okay, so that was just the bottom bucket, the bottom layer of the filter. So that's what it goes through first. The water runs through that first. So the water goes down through here, comes back up, and then the bottom layer, that's where the foam would be. So I'm just gonna put that in right now. The foam's right here. Boom. Bottom bucket, or bottom layer. And then this is the middle layer right here. This guy make sure the water doesn't get everywhere. So the middle layer here, it doesn't actually come with these ceramic rings. These are the ones I had from my old Eheim 2113, I believe. So yeah, I just placed these in here. So this is the the middle layer with the biological media, my ceramic rings from Eheim. So that just goes in there, pretty self-explanatory. Catches the biological material, blah blah blah. Reduces waste in the aquarium, you know, all that stuff. But if you don't, now you do. So I'm gonna put that into the second layer. And there's 3 compartments for this. This is the large version. Perfect for my 90-gallon aquarium. Oh, there we go. So there we go. The 2 are in there. Oh, sorry, that glare is awful. But the 2 are in there. 2 or 3. And for the top layer, let me just let the water drip out of this a bit too. You can hear that. That's a lot of water coming out. Okay, good enough for now. Okay, so here is the layer with the carbon, which is on top here. The carbon. Just place that down for a second, and ooh, this guy's got a lot of water in him. And it's actually catching a lot of debris already. Oof. But that's alright, it's doing its job. Okay. And the more fine foam pad. As you can see, it's already a bit dirty, which is all good with me. Oof. Means it's doing its job. So this is the top layer. This is the second last thing it goes through, and then the carbon. I mean, I don't know if I'll have the carbon too long. I don't know if I want to keep buying replacement cartridges for the carbon, but whatever. Have it in here for like a month or so. And then the bottom of the basket is also Eheim bio ball things, little bio balls. These things actually work pretty well in my opinion. They're very coarse. Got lots of holes in them for the biological stuff to get, or the waste and stuff to get stuck inside of them or on top of them. Here, I'll try to get you guys a little close up. Yeah, you really can't see that. But anyways, it's pretty, these things work well in my opinion. I like them. So yeah, those are all the layers to it. And I'm sure you guys don't want to hear me talk the whole time. So I'm just going to close this up. This is the top layer. Once again, put the foam pad on top. And then lastly, the carbon. Put that in. Yeah, I'll explain more about it once we actually start, or hook it all up and it starts running. I'll give you a little explanation about it. So yeah, don't be too rough with this thing. It's not the most solid material ever. Oh, okay, there we go. And we just put the top on, and as you can see here, you can put something in there. I think a little, another little pad that, oh, I forget what it's called right now. Anyways, so you put a little pad right on top of this, right in there. But I don't do that because it catches so much debris right away, and you have to, and it slows the water flow down a bunch. So you have to change that like right away. So I'm not going to do that. And then this is a self-priming filter, but I like to pour a bunch of water in there before I actually prime it. It makes things a lot easier. And I'll show you how to prime this thing in a second. After I move things out of the way, we're going to get this all set up and ready to go. Fill up my bucket with the water from the tank. And I'll give you a little overview of my tank. Just leave a comment if you want one, and I'll make another separate video on that. I just wanted to give a quick review on this thing because it hadn't had many reviews online that I'd seen, so come back in a sec. Alright, so I'm at the bottom now, here's the canister filter. Sorry it's a little tight down here, but canister filter's right here. I'm about to prime it. Gonna put some water in there with my bucket right here. So I'll quickly do that so I can show you guys how to prime this thing. Well, let me just grab some water quickly. So here we go. Just add some water to the canister. Fill it about 3/4 of the way. Maybe a little more. Some more water for sure. Okay, that should be enough. So now the water's up to there. Let me get this cable out of the way. That probably wasn't smart having the cable right there. Oh, by the way, here's the top of the canister filter. It's still got some water. Ooh. See? Water's coming out of the thing right there. That's the thing. It's not really a leak. Here, let me show you. 'Cause lots of people have problems with this. You could see the water getting out of there, right? Oh man, I don't know how to explain this. But the water that's stuck in here somehow manages to make its way out here. As you can see, there's a little oh dang. Well, you can't see it, but I'll just explain. There's a little O-ring that goes all the way around here. So the water can't get to it from here, but it gets on top through the pump, and then it makes its way to the cable, which causes leaks. But if your filter is running properly, it shouldn't do that. But a lot of people are having that issue where it does, so that's not good. Mine hasn't done that yet, but I can see the issue.
All around me are familiar.
I'm just really hoping it doesn't happen for me, because $200 is not exactly easy to come by for me. So I'm just gonna put this right back on here. Make sure everything's in the right spot. Just pop that on there. So now that's 3/4 of the way full. 1 second, I'll show you in a second. Pop the lid back on. Ooh. Having a bit of difficulties now. You don't plug this thing in yet. First of all, you need the little thing up here, which is easy to take off on this filter, but it does kind of spray around. I noticed that if you take this thing off, so you lift it. I'll show you right here. Okay, so I'll just put it on right now. So when it's down like that, you're priming it, so you're getting the air out, and then the water coming in. As you can see, the water just went up the Yep. So it sounds like it's ready to go. Alright, it's actually just priming right now with one little thing down. All it took was just one, apparently. That didn't happen last time. Last time, I'll show you what I had to do. Hop up here with me. Last time, I had to pour water up on this thing right here. So you unscrew this thing. But I won't do it now, and then you dump water until it comes up like into the hose, and then all you have to do is plug it in. But right now it automatically did it when I pushed that thing down for some reason. So I guess it's all ready to go. Now all I have to do is plug it in, apparently, and then I'll talk about it a bit. So let's see. You guys can watch this with me as I plug it in. So we're gonna plug it in right here. And it should start ripping. Hear that filter making some noise. And there goes the flow. Right there. So I'll just give you a little more insight on how fast this thing's actually flowing. Definitely not as fast as before. That's weird. It was way faster before. Okay, something's gotta be wrong here. Huh. Should just start going. Okay, let's see. Yeah, it's not nearly as fast as it was before. Yeah, huh. Well, I was gonna say a lot of good things about this filter actually, but apparently something's not right. Could be my fault, I'm not sure. So maybe I need to let it run a little longer just to catch up with everything. So yeah, 1 second, I'll just boost you guys up here in a second if I can. Alright. So I'd love to find out what's going on here, because I want maximum flow in this aquarium. Let me just head down here. Alright. Interesting. Alright, well, that's kind of weird. I think it's going a little harder now, but yeah, it's going pretty fast. There we go. Okay, it's starting to work again. There we go, it's pumping hard. Okay, so now it's all back to normal. Everything's good. Just had to wait a little bit. So there you saw everything about the API XP3 or XP Large, now the latest version of Filstar. And yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say about this filter. I'd recommend it for me, but I know there's some issues that people have with it, so I don't know. It works for me. It's a great filter. Does the job. Crystal clear tank. Just after a day or two, just after a day and a half actually, made this thing crystal clear. It was like yellow. And I also have this bad boy over here, the Aqua Clear 110. But I couldn't do everything alone, so I had to obviously get another filter for it. Because I have an arowana, black crappie, yellow perch, and all those big nasty fish in there, so needed something else. So yeah, I think I've went over most of what I wanted to talk to. Oh yeah, one more thing. Come down here. I don't know if you guys can see that. Probably not. But I'll show you something. So, oh yeah, you can see it now. See that little line there? That's where the water stops. So it shouldn't go any higher, so it can't leak out of the power cord unless it goes higher than this. So I feel like that's the issue people are having with this filter. So I hope you guys learned something from this. I really wanted to do an overview with you guys because I hadn't seen many good quality reviews on this thing. So I wanted to make my own. Just to make sure, or give people a good review on it so that they'd be interested in buying it or not buying it in some people's cases. So yeah, thanks for watching. That's all I've got to say. Please subscribe. Let me know if you want to see a review on my fish tank with my fish and everything else, or just a room tour on my